All right, the bike was just in limp mode, and there's a check engine light on the dash. I got to check the codes, I guess. It seems to be running all right now. We're going to see what happens when I come up to a stop. Oh, that's not good. Not good at all. Hope I can get it home. Bike sounds like it's running fine. It was in limp mode for like 30 seconds or something. It just felt rough, like it was running on one cylinder. Now it's okay. Anybody out there know how to check the diagnostic codes while you're riding? Hey, welcome back to Road Reality. I'm John, and my bike is broken apparently. Temporarily, I guess. Doesn't have any power problems now. All right, EITMS seems to be working. Let's see what happens if I shut it off. Give it a second. I hear the cooling fan running. Turn it back on. Seems to have cleared the code. Oh, the engine light's still there. I'm used to seeing those lights over there, and I think those two. I've been checking. I don't see any oil leaks on the ground or anything. So system info, nothing in there. Nothing there. Okay. It runs. The check engine light is still on. I have no idea what caused the code. Oh, we're in neutral. Okay. What if I tap it? Can I tap it? There is a screen. Let's see. If I go over to settings, display, layout, sport, and then if I scroll through, average 35 miles an hour. That's hilarious. I've averaged 35 miles an hour for 2,400 miles almost. The EITMS is working. Everything seems to be working. Hold on. Parked. Don't fall over. Well, that all seems to be okay. This all looks good. There's nothing under the bike. I don't see any leaks or anything. All right, let's go back to cruise. Layout. Cruise. So it was really weird. I was slowing down and the engine just seemed to start running rough, and I tried to give it some power, and it was definitely like running on one cylinder, which I believe is the limp mode that some of these bikes exhibit sometimes. I don't know. Seems okay now. Ow, that was a bug to the eyeball. Actually, it hit right here. I'm fine. I am not injured. I'm not a soccer player who is falling on the ground and complaining of abnormal amounts of pain when nothing major happened. You know what? We should test it in the concert hall. Let's do that. Seems to be running fine. I'll have to check the oil after I get home. Maybe the oil's low. I have no idea. I thought I could see an oil pressure thing on here somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. Anyway, how's your day out there in YouTube land? Are you having a good day? My day went from good to not so good pretty damn quick. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. Oh, it feels good back here, only 86 degrees. It's in the 60s this morning, but I've not been in the habit of recording my morning commute. I only record the afternoon, but it was like 68, 75, something like that when I was riding in, and then coming home, it was 91 when I got on the bike. Now it's 86, so that's not too bad. Yeah, I'll take it. It's not too bad at all. In fact, I have my Beyond Riders shirt on. As long as I'm moving, I get plenty of breeze through this thing. It works rather well. I really am wondering how I'm going to check the code on this thing. I don't know if it's got an OBD2 port or how you're supposed to do that. I guess I'm going to be riding up to the dealer because this thing's under warranty. Let them worry about it. As usual, vehicles hate me. That would be a good title for this video. But every vehicle I have, it either chews up mechanical parts or electric parts or brakes and stuff like that all the time. That's just, that's what happens to me. Everybody loves F-150s. Me, not so much. They still haven't fixed that crap. I had one that had nothing but electrical problems, and the next one, 8 front differentials and brakes at every 5K. Sitting here at idle, the bike does sound just fine. Revs up okay too. Whee! Rides just fine. But like I was saying, so many of my vehicles have been mechanical nightmares. It's like 1 out of every 100,000 of this vehicle, and they only made 100,001, has a problem. Guess who has that problem? Your buddy John. I'm your buddy now. You subscribe, you like the videos? Yeah, it's good stuff. Do the liking and the subscribing, please. Help me out. I'm probably gonna need a miracle. I don't know. And it never fails. Never fails. Whatever minor thing that could happen. I once had the electric brake booster on my first F-150 at 2011. It died. It left me halfway across the street in front of my house before the truck stopped because it was a turbocharged vehicle and it took so many seconds to build up boost, and yeah, I didn't have any boost because that electric pump failed. So I called the dealer and they were like, yeah, it's $1,000 to replace it or something like that. It was like $700 for the part and $300 in labor. And I went on eBay and I got a brand new one for $350. And then I went to YouTube University, and in a half hour, sitting in my driveway in the cold, watching a YouTube video for half of it, I had replaced that thing. It was right behind the driver's headlight. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy. 6 months later, I get a letter from Ford that says, by the way, we're extending the warranty on this electric pump. If yours has failed, we'll reimburse you. They didn't reimburse me for my labor because I'm not a trained professional mechanic. I am a trained professional YouTuber. And so I only got the money back for the part. I got the $350. Such is life. Such is life. I've had shocks come loose on my 2001 Mustang V6. Yes, hardtop automatic. Yeah, one of the slow ones. I had a shock come loose at like 17,000 miles or something. It was crazy. It just started clunking. And I took it in. They were like, yeah, we found a loose shock and we tightened it for you. So job done. It's like all the weird stuff. I really wish I had started recording as soon as it started limping, but I didn't. I don't see any smoke behind me either. Well, so far so good, but I'm gonna put it on the highway and see what happens. Be crazy, not stupid. Something like that. I'm crazy, not stupid. Anyway, we're getting on the highway. I haven't noticed any weird noises or vibrations or anything, and it hasn't limited me to like 43 miles an hour, which is what I read somewhere. Limp mode like limits you to 43. It was basically just running on one cylinder, like EITMS didn't deactivate or something, but it shouldn't have activated while I was riding along anyway. Yep, we can do 50, no problem. Yep, we can do 60, no problem. If it grenades, this video is going to get really interesting. So far, so good. Seems to be running just fine. Well, it rode down the highway just fine. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll clear itself if I turn the bike off and wait a little bit. What do you think? Is that a good plan of attack? I am going to check the oil. Maybe it's a little bit low. I haven't checked it in a while, admittedly. But it was fine last time, but I did ride a lot over the weekend. It's not like I lugged the engine. Gotta love that 117 revving up. Well, we're home. EITMS is enabled. Oh, it only revs up to 3,500. Interesting. I thought you could rev it up higher than that before. See, look, it only goes to 3,500. Yep, something's rotten in Denmark. All right, let's check the oil. All right, this thing's been sitting for like 15 minutes to let the oil drain down. I'm gonna check the oil. It's gonna be hot in here. Full hot on Jiffy stand. It might be a little bit low, but maybe this doesn't count as hot now either because it's been sitting for like 15 minutes. I'm gonna turn it on. The normal lights come on. Yeah, and the oil light and the engine light stay on. The oil light has gone out, and now it's just the engine light that's on. Sounds okay to me. Let's do something different. Let's check the oil now. If it's focusing on that, it's about 4 dots up out of 10. I'm gonna add a half quart and see if that fixes it. Maybe it's just a little bit low. Well, I thought I had a bottle of Sin 3 sitting around, but apparently I don't. Well, heck. This does not make me happy. I guess I'll be taking it up to the dealer post haste. Anyway, yeah, stay tuned for the results of this. All right, after going to YouTube University, I audited a course on how to check the codes on these things. And of course, it's really parked in there close, but we'll figure this out. What we have to do is hold down the trip cycle button while I hold down the on button. So hold down the button, push the other one, fuel pump fires up. Okay, so we can scroll through the list here. No trouble, diagnostic trouble codes maybe? ETM, DTC, IMU. It lists 0 for all of these. I'm trying to hit the button. It says I have no trouble codes. If I click on the right arrow, I don't have any codes. Oops. Now I've entered this mode. Now my check engine light is on, but I'm in first gear. We can't have that. All right, let's kick it into neutral. See, the check engine light is still there. Turn it off. Hopefully it's in first gear again. Hold the button. Power it on. There's no trouble codes. All right, I guess I'm going through all of these looking for a code. Nothing. Huh. Nothing going on there. Well, I don't know. The engine light is still on. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Remember your 2 mantras, because I'm going to need them too. 1, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day. And 2, do something nice for yourself every day. Yep. Bye.